Check that out, yeah? Check this out, 3. Oh my God, 4. Yeah! A couple of David section, yeah? Go. Homie's on the 1, model's on the 2, homie's on the 3, male model on the 4. Yeah, that's hard, yeah? I love that. 6, 7, homie, model, homie, male model. Yeah! Yeah! 6, 7, go. 1, left leg, behind, turn. Okay, number 1. Yeah, you got that, bro. Yeah. 6, 7, go. 1, 2, start, back, start. Oh my God, that was hot.
Stand. I know you do so good. Club 10 rap, the boy come through. The haters can't stop me to just watch me. Heading to the top, yeah, that does what I do. My boo, I don't even know life. I just wanna cut and I'm young tonight. So what about your man? You don't even know Stan. I just wanna know you can give you back then. Baby, I need a girl like you. Gotta do me plus another girl too. A couple more shots and them both getting low. Got them so hot like an inferno. Still I remain my soul. A couple of us finding my other wrong foes. No stress, this is a private.
Good evening, and welcome to Dance Theater Workshop. Please take a moment to silence all pagers, cell phones, and other noise-making devices. Please note that unauthorized photography and video recording are strictly prohibited. Thank you, and enjoy the performance.
Hi. Hello. Oh God. So I moved to Brussels and wait, hang on, let me just that didn't work. Alright. View, full screen video. I'm a little self-conscious. So what are you guys doing? What are you guys working on? Disappear. Oh, yeah. What do you mean disappearing? I wanted to talk about irrelevance, but it's okay. No. We can talk about mystique. So this is what I thought about irrelevance. Let me just say the thing, and then we can stop. But this is what because Becky and I were talking about. Becky, you were saying that you felt irrelevant, right? Yeah. We were talking. Oh. We were talking about the thing with shit. It's an irrelevant. I'm into nurturing my shame and like developing it and like becoming more shameful. I'm trying to find more and more things that will shame me and actually do them. No, I wish I was doing that. I'm not really. I think it's the articulateness. And I think that's kind of our generation. The articulateness is our thing, right? Like Greg said, articulation is the new black. So true. So true. That is your mystique. Yeah. Well, you have the mystique of shamelessness, I think.
Hi. Hi, I'm Becky. I'm Jodi.
Hi, I'm John.
I was never really interested in being myself.
This is an email Jodi sent John and I. Hi John, hi Becky. Arrived in Wyoming safely and extremely tired last night, but happy to be here and already unhappy to leave, but at the same time happy to be going to Australia to see you both. Just a few things that maybe will be helpful for you guys to have in the studio, songs my presence, and in anticipation of me joining you. Don'ts. I don't travel through space quickly. I don't jump. I can't stress this enough. My left foot is weak. My left hip is bad. My left ankle is screwed. My left fibula head is out. My left quadratus is a tight ball of knots. My neck, especially on the left side, has limited mobility. I can't hang my head back. My right toe feels like it is in the early stages of arthritis. This I blame on you, John, as I'm sure you gave it to me. I tend to fall asleep in rehearsals these days. The left knee, I can't do any of those postmodern over-the-foot knee things. My partnering skills, John, you can attest to this, are only getting weaker, so I probably shouldn't do any heavy lifting work, and I guess that means contacty stuff is questionable. I don't really feel like I can do much leg whacking these days, especially on the left side, for obvious reasons. I am always nervous in rehearsals. Becky makes me especially nervous. I will be very vulnerable, and because of that I might be a little closed off, so I might not seem as supportive as you would like, but know that I am. In terms of the improv stuff, you know, like, let's move only when our outer space hydrates, so we can push out with our inner limbs and then every 30 seconds restart that process while recycling material from recent memory. Okay, Becky, you start, John follows, and then I come in after a minute passes from Becky's start. Well, my friends, the way I'm feeling, that's not really going to fly in rehearsals. Costumes. That's just a whole other set of problems, or shall I say challenges to be worked out. But I can tell you now, I generally like my arms covered. I do have some do's. I will be helpful and supportive in my own way, and I will rub your neck, John. Becky, I will also rub your neck and watch Hugo one night so that you and Ben can have a date. I'll write again with my travel plans and such. Kiss, kiss, Jodi.
This is something John wrote. I call it a little manifesto. After a recent showing of my work, a presenter said to me, "Oh, John dear, you can't be so formal. It's not possible. You can't be so formal. You must stop that." Since this is someone who I deeply respect and who has been very supportive over the years, I wanted to know more, so I invited her to have tea with me the next day. At tea, I asked her to talk more about what she meant by the word formal. She replied, "Yeah, you can see the work has quality, but it is not experimental. It looks like Staatstheater, meaning regional German city theater. The work is academic. It is really not contemporary." Now, as someone who has long self-identified as an experimental contemporary artist, the conversation was, needless to say, both troubling and puzzling. She also added, "You know, John, as a curator of contemporary work, I can't imagine that I do this forever. 20, 25 years at most. But no one is successful at curating contemporary work their whole life." And as she was saying this, I realized what was so puzzling. I, unlike her, do see myself making creative work in some form for the rest of my life. I thought then, and I believe now, that while the work I showed was connected to other ideas that I had worked on in the past, it showed a specific set of aesthetic parameters that were totally new inside the trajectory of my own work. Knowing myself somewhat, I feel that telling me I shouldn't be so formal is a bit like saying I shouldn't be so thin. And exactly when was it that formalism and experimentalism became mutually exclusive? I'm telling you this story not to mock this person's opinion. I want to reiterate that I do respect this person quite a lot, and I remain deeply grateful for her years of support. And so I must reconcile the fact that how she views me and how I view myself are, at least in this case, not in sync. I suppose that early on in life, your own sense of self is deeply shaped by how others view you. Naturally, as the years pass, you become clearer about your own ideas of who you are and what you want to do. Little by little, the opinions of others matter less and less, whether they match what you think about yourself or not. But I also wonder if when she said that my work was not experimental, that I can't be so formal, it was another way of saying, I can't be so old.
Oh my God. Oh. That is brilliant. You guys have too much fun. He told me my movement was too trained looking. And it's like, how do you say it in your language? No, that was my response. I was like, really? Really? Trained? That's crazy. Because I've like been dancing since I was 3. Too articulate. Huh? Yeah. The random athletes. I think yeah, like one of the definitions of irrelevance for me is when you have the same answer to every question. Right? Yeah, it becomes irrelevant. You become irrelevant. And I feel that in my body. I have the same answer for every question.
So we just wanted to take a little break at this point in the performance. And we thought it might be nice if we just opened it up for some questions from the audience. Anything that you want to ask. So just raise your hands and Justin with the microphone will come over. Oh, down here, front row.
Oh, here it comes.
Here it comes.
How did you guys come up with the idea for this piece? Was it a collaborative undertaking?
We've done this before. Actually, Becky is from Australia, and John is from Maryland, and I started out as a gymnast. I was a very competitive gymnast all through elementary school, junior high school, and high school. So I didn't get into dance much later. And actually, well, Han is 46. I just want to say that he's not that's a, right? You know that. And about 3 years ago, I woke up and I decided not to become a vegetarian. So since then, I've been mostly eating, well, I still mostly eat vegetables, I have to say, vegetarian foods. I have had a little bit of chicken and a little bit of steak, but in theory, I'm not a vegetarian, let's just say that. And I was with these guys a lot, and I saw them eat a lot of lamb, which I know you guys will still eat. I think all Australians eat lamb pretty much. That seems like a generalization, but I pretty much think that they do. Which is fun. I just think if I eat lamb, I'll relapse back into vegetarianism, so I'm pretty sure I won't go there.
So, does anyone else have questions?
misunderstood the write-up in the Village Voice, because I thought they mentioned that one of the reasons that you were performing was that you wanted to demonstrate that older dancers are still marketable, so to speak. Did I read that wrong?
Well, it's you asked that because Becky originally wasn't supposed to be part of this piece. It was a trio for Krista and Jodi and I, and so it was just the three of us. And what I didn't tell you was that when Krista decided she couldn't do the piece, I was really distraught and couldn't figure out what to do. And then I was like, it has to be somebody from our generation, you know. And when we first came to New York, and then I thought of my friend Becky, who's one of my favorite people on the planet, and just a great, great inspiring artist to me and many other people. And it's ironic that in some technical sense she's replacing Krista because she's the least likely, I mean, she's irreplaceable herself. So, and we have a special connection because a very good friend of mine, Ben Spath, is the father of her child, and they got together at my 30th birthday party. And so I feel like we're sort of knitted together for life. I think we have time for one more question. There's one down.
Hi, I was wondering how I could ask a question that would both indicate my willingness to participate, be part of the piece, but also to establish my own individual dance and to express all of my feelings and my future and my longings.
It's easier for me to talk about why I stopped performing. It was just like a natural extension of dancing. But I gave it up because I hate warming up, because I have always hated it, I hate it. And I hate thinking of things to do with my hair, like this. I'm 43. Kristen says once you're over about 30, you should get a haircut that keeps your hair out of your face like 80% of the time, because we really need our faces now. Then I just became much more interested in watching other people go through that strange process of kind of preparing themselves to have people pay money to look at them. But I'm a bit off the track. I'll get back to your question. I do have a son, and his name is Hugo, and he's 5 now. But I think he's a genius. I mean, all parents say that, but when he was about 3, he was really into superheroes, and we're very anti-branding, you know, young child with corporation on chest. I don't like that. So we made him an all-purpose kind of superhero, Robin Hood, Peter Pan outfit, which consisted of a pair of green tights, dark green tights with feet girls' tights, and he'd pull them right up, and then he'd tie a tea towel around his neck. And on the tea towel had our football team, our Australian rules football team on the back, the Western Bulldogs. He'd tie it around his neck, and then he could be whatever superhero he wanted. And this particular day, Ben and I were in the kitchen, and Hugo was in his outfit, and he came running down the hallway and went, and Ben said, "Oh, what's your special power?" And Hugo said, "I have the power of disappointment." And then the whole rest of the day, Hugo would come up and go like that, and Ben and I'd have to be like, "Oh God, oh. I'm so disappointed."
You know what's weird is that I never imagined that we would be separated. That's the weird thing, really. We're all, but yeah, I just never really thought that would really happen. Maybe it will. Things have changed. You don't feel separated, Beck? I feel separated from you. I really miss you. I could cry. But this is kind of interesting. In the last month, I've done 4 things that were recordings, either sound recording or film. Yeah, and until now, like every project I've ever worked on was for live performance. And now, I mean, I think that's some kind of weird, like, death plus technology thing.
I'm your host this evening. Keep it hotter than 100,000 degrees. The party don't stop till they boost the screaming. These haters act up, but they must be dreaming. Who's tight, but it ain't like my team. We do it all night, but the lazy cats be sleeping. We don't stop, we don't quit. This is where the J-Bigs making these hits. We keep it going all night long. It's getting hot in here. J-Bigs move from here all night.
Ha ha ha.